Welcome to Serona Tarot. I am doing a pick a card reading, or more like a pick a pebble reading, for the forthcoming eclipse on the 26th of May 2021. Now, I feel very drawn to do this this particular reading because the eclipse is going to be a massive energy. Not only is it a total lunar eclipse, which is pretty rare, but it's also a super full moon, which means the moon is closer to the Earth. It is in Sagittarius, which is all about higher thinking, truth, the law system, senses of freedoms, and it feels like there's going to be either a major release of belief systems that you've had up until now, and also things being exposed on a higher level, maybe a global level. So it's going to feel pretty shaky, I feel, because it's going to upset the rhythms of the things that you believe, and it's going to have like epiphany moments, and with all sorts of eclipses that happen, it's like a jump forward. So you have like a bit of a kickstart towards your destiny a bit more. So it always feels very big, because usually we go through life and we have a little kind of flow, the ups and the downs, but when these eclipses come along, they shake things up, give you the truth serum, the reality check, and it propels you to jump forward towards a path that's more in alignment with you. But there is going to be a huge release, a huge culmination, things coming to the foreground. So if there's anything that you have been sort of struggling with, niggling at you up until now, I mean, May, for me personally, even though I'm a Taurus and the sun is in my sign, it's been very tricky, very up and down, and it's been bringing up lots of triggers and lots of things that still need to be kind of evaluated, you know. So it's kind of it's reaching a precipice, and I feel that a lot of people will be getting to that point, and there's a lot of kind of just truth that's coming out. So that's to do with the eclipse, and that's why I'm doing this reading. So I'm doing the pick a card or the pick a pebble reading to see which energies are going to be most affecting you. So this is an interactive reading if you've not done this before. The idea is you choose a color that you feel most or immediately drawn to. You go to the description box below, click on the timestamp to get your message. And I'm doing it slightly different this way. I generally tend to change it up anyway. So we'll see what happens. I feel a little bit nervous about this eclipse, I'll be honest, because things it's like things feel very shaky, you know. And usually when we have our belief systems challenged or completely eradicated into something new, we can tend to feel a little bit disorientated and kind of not know where to put our footing, but we can also use those energies really positively. So we can also use it as a type of reboot, as a type of, okay, right, well, that's no longer serving me, fine, what is it? Reevaluate. Where do I want my lifestyle to go? What do I want my path to look like? So I feel a little bit kind of shaky already with this eclipse energy. And so those of you who are quite affected by moon cycles and are sensitive to it, you may be feeling the same thing, which is why I need to do this reading. Okay, so slightly different setup. So you will do the sound bowl for a few seconds so you can pick your color, and then we will begin. So take a deep breath in. Don't forget to breathe out. All right, so let us see. Group number one, those who chose the green pebble. Let us see what messages we have. I do take jumpers out the pack. Energies are non-gender specific. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know the drill. Personal readings are available on the website in the description box below. Okay, group number 1, the green pebble. What energy is most affecting them? Thank you for this eclipse. We have fulfillment. So that's where the culmination comes up, that fruition, the peach, and you see that super full moon in the background there. So anything that you've been working on at the moment, this is like bringing home the harvest, isn't it? And yet at the same time, because we've got the cloudy background over there, it feels like what you have been working on up until now, and with this fulfillment, I'm feeling this is more kind of work orientated, but this also could be at the love heart space, but I'm feeling more work orientated, where the things that you have been working towards, it hasn't been very clear whether it's going to be bringing you any sort of success, victory, abundance, fruition. Okay, because usually when things are cloudy, it's not very clear, but we do have the super full moon there. We've got these two big round scrumptious things, you know, we've got the light coming in to bring harvest to that which you have sown in the past. That's why I'm feeling it is more kind of work orientated. Now what has been foggy for you in the past is going to be coming to fruition, and there's going to be deep replenishment and fulfillment with regards to that. Let us see with this card. Now we'll get a major arcana. I'm taking jumpers out the pack, so I'm switching it around this time because I've been feeling kind of slightly shaky. I feel like I just need to go with the flow rather than have a specific control on planning how I'm going to do the reading. Okay, first one out is patience. You see, waiting for the harvest, waiting for the fruit to, waiting for your plants and what you've sown to bear fruit always takes patience. Now she does have a clock on her chest over there. Okay, and 14 reduces to a 5 in numerology, which talks about obstacles, challenges, the mid-cycle range between 1 and 10. And so where, so patience has been quite, I think, the thing that's been holding you back in terms of knowing where the clear route is. It's like things have been pretty foggy, and you're trying to be patient, but it's been quite kind of difficult, and it feels like things have been delayed for you. And then we have Fortune's Wheel. Okay, so Fortune's Wheel is a very promising card. It is a 10. It is that culmination. Okay, it is where the Wheel of Fortune is now turning in your favor. Okay, because you've had that patience. Now let us go. Let's get a little bit more clarity and figure out what is actually going on here for you. Okay, so patience, 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 patience. Okay, why is patience here, please, for group number 1? Thank you. 7 of Swords. Okay, so this is usually my sort of deception card. This is a type of card, if it's not so heavy as being deceptive, and you will know how this applies to you. If it's not so full on as being deceptive, it could be like a departure, a sort of a running away, a kind of a leaving in haste. You see how he had 7 swords, okay, but in his haste to make a quick departure, he dropped 2. Okay, so this can either talk about a quick exit, okay, or an element of there being maybe a sense of deception around this fruition that you were waiting for and unsure about. What else do we have, please, for patience for group number 1? I will clarify further. Thank you. We have the Wheel of Fortune again. Thank you very much. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. 7 of Pentacles. You see what I was talking about? Reaping the rewards. This is the harvest. This is my harvest card. Again, this card definitely talks about waiting. Okay. It is also talking about a very steady and promising harvest based on what you have sown in the past. You see how she is now ready to pick the pentacles, which represents the peach over here. And that is bringing her prosperity. Okay, again, we were talking about, I was talking about work, but obviously it does also relate to your finances. And because we've got two pentacle cards here, I'm feeling this is quite finance orientated. So for you, group number one, there's almost been a situation where you've been working hard towards getting your income, or you've been working on a project at work, or anything that's regarding your money flow, your physical realm. You have been plodding away without any clear view of any return. Okay, and your patience is going to pay off, because while things have been a little bit murky for you, it's all going to be coming to fruition, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune saying yes, 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 it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But there has been a little bit of this energy surrounding the situation, which is now turning in the favor. Now also, I don't know, goosebumps, yes. Okay, so I get goosebump confirmations when I'm sort of hitting on a real hard point there. This also feels like there's an element of the global aspect at play. So where there has been big injustices in the world, maybe that's affecting you directly with regards to your work, and how you pay your bills, how you look at your long-term security, sense of security and stability. There seems like there is, the Wheel of Fortune is coming in to change this up, where there has been injustice and deception, or it doesn't have to be as strong as full-on deception. It could literally be where something is just not being revealed to you. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is coming around to bring balance to that. Okay, now the Justice card hasn't quite come up yet, but it could just be that it's turning around. And this time, while things have been murky, things have been working in the background. Okay, things haven't been that clear, but when we have that eclipse coming up, you're going to have that fruition, you're going to have that insight, and now things are now bearing the fruit. Okay, but it's been slow and steady. So we've got three cards here which all talk about slowness in terms of timing. Okay, patience is also the Temperance card. Okay, it's timing. Things have to play out in a certain way, and also it is a reminder to keep the faith and to know, then to trust the process of patience. Okay, we are incredibly impatient beings. We like to know, we want to jump forward all the time, but this reminds us to live in the here and now, because there's things are being woven. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, methodical, action-orientated knight who covers all the details. He knows exactly what he's doing. He would rather do a job methodically and specifically, making sure no leaf is unturned, so he is guaranteed success. This is also a timing card, because where she had reaped the rewards, she is now coming close to reaping the rewards of what she's sown last season. So we've got three very slow cards here, all talking about the same thing, about patience, plodding through, and now we're having the culmination of it. Let's have Fortune's Wheel. I will clarify that Seven of Swords a bit in a moment, but Fortune's Wheel. Why is Fortune's Wheel here, please? Oh, yes, sorry, I'm picking up on something else here. I've never done this. I've never picked up on this before. Okay, so you see how you've got the man's face there in this Wheel of Fortune over here, and you've got the stars, you know, and the heart space there. For me, I'm seeing now that I, as the viewer, am at the bottom of the well, and this person is looking into the depths of the well. Now, if we think about well, a well is water, emotion, the things that give us life force, right? And so it feels like you are now starting to find the water at the bottom of the well. Okay, you're looking deep within it. All right, let's see. Wheel of Fortune, please, thank you. Six of Pentacles, ooh la la. So you've got some, again, this is very money orientated for you. Nice. Okay, so we've got Six of Pentacles, which talks about This would almost be like it's like gifts coming your way. Now, it could obviously relate specifically to money, because we've got lots of pentacle cards here which talks about money, the physical realm. But this with the Six of Pentacles, sixes are about harmony, the give and take. And usually this card comes up when money will be coming your way, or a gift. It could be resources coming your way, and that's where you have been feeling like you didn't know whether your fruit that you sowed would come to fruition. Well, it is, because we've got a nice little surprise here. You're going to get a helping hand. You will be getting a helping hand. That's why Fortune's Wheel is coming in. And then remember I said about the Justice card? Well, Justice has turned up. Justice and the Hierophant. Okay, so what this tells me here is that whatever this deception, or let's just call it an injustice then, okay? Now, it could be someone in your sphere that is affecting. It could be, see, the energy is almost as if I give you an example of the energy, you can relate it to yourself. Say, for example, you are working in a corporation. You've been working hard, slogging away, working on a particular project, and a work colleague who doesn't put in as much work as you takes the credit or tries to steal your ideas. Okay, that is going to be switched around, and Justice is coming in. Okay, so that's the kind of energy I'm feeling, but you relate it as whichever way you feel. It's something that's going to be something that has been affecting your prosperity, your abundance, which hasn't been that clear. The eclipse is going to bring a complete turn of events. What has been stagnant for you, what has been murky with the clouds there for you, if you're able to patiently continue to plod through, Fortune's Wheel's coming in. And it's coming in with a bit of a surprise, something that you probably didn't expect, a gift, a helping hand of sorts, okay, to help bring about the fruition of your peach there. Justice only comes in when there has been an injustice, okay? So Lady Justice here is balancing, the scales are now being balanced, and they're being balanced in the correct manner because of the Hierophant. Again, the Hierophant is number 5. So we've got 5 here and 5 here. So 5, it's the eclipse for you is going to feel quite challenging, because all of a sudden things are going to be revealed, and then there's going to be a step up. That, remember I was saying about that jump forward, okay? The Hierophant represents regulations, higher learning, systematic things. This is that like Saturn energy, that Saturn planet that's, you know, really prominent in our lives in the cosmos at the moment. So what's happening here is Fortune's Wheel's coming in to give you what you deserve, you know, and it's going to be probably something that you didn't really expect, because it's a gift, it's a helping hand that you didn't see coming, and that's what's going to balance the scales. That is the Fortune's Wheel, and it's coming in because it's supposed to. Okay, this is like global justice, right? This is like it's coming in because it's the correct outcome. Okay. So that's really promising. So whatever you've been working on to bring in your money, your sense of security in the physical world, it's coming to fruition, okay? It's been difficult for you, and you've had to deal with situations or people that have been blocking the work, the reward of the work that you've put in, but the scales are tipping now in your favor. Right, let us see. I'm going to use these little cards here. Okay, I want to find out. Actually, no, I don't. I want to use you. Okay, I'm using the Fountain deck here. I just want to clarify the Seven of Swords, because it's such a heavy card here, and even though this is a general reading and you must take what resonates with you, I want to see what other clarity we can get with that Seven of Swords. Okay, Why is the Seven of Swords here, please, for group number 1? Thank you. Two of Coins. Okay, this talks about the balancing act, taking on no more than you can. It could also be there's two people in the situation, so it could even be like a partnership, a work partnership. What else do we have, please? What else for the Seven of Swords, please? Thank you. Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, so in 3 different decks we have the Wheel of Fortune. So all I can absolutely tell you, group number 1, is that where you have been feeling stuck and you can't see the light in terms of that which you've been working so hard on, Wheel of Fortune is coming in your favor. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. 3 decks here have shown the same card, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, beautiful. What else do we have, please, for Seven of Swords? Thank you. Seven of Cups. Okay, decisions to be made, options. What else? Thank you. Okay, Page of Swords. There we go. The Fool. Thank you very much. And the Nine of Coins. Okay. So this looks to me, so the Page of Swords talks about that message coming through, communication, okay, emails, correspondences. The page is always the messenger, okay. We've got the Fool here, which is a brand new beginning. It's a major arcana, leap of faith, okay, something that you've not done before. And then we've got the Nine of Coins here, which is well, again, it's pentacles. It's all about the money, the resources. And this talks about your independence, going solo almost. So because we've started off here with the Two of Coins, which is that balancing act, almost juggling 2 in the air, I feel like this could be to do with another person, okay? So it looks to me like they're at the extreme level of this card, meaning someone has not been forthright, blunt, or honest, or completely transparent about a work situation within the workplace. Not as it in the workplace, but anything that's really affecting your money, your finance, okay? At the extreme level of this, there's someone who is not to be trusted, okay, because of the duality over there. Wheel of Fortune comes in to bring in options, the news of the clarity comes through, okay, and then you're ready to charge forward by yourself. That's the extreme level. At a more sort of diluted level, this would be a situation where you have been within yourself wondering, not quite sure whether you want to continue collaborating, and maybe you actually just want to go about it by yourself, okay? So there is definitely a sense of whoever you've been, it feels like another person in your sphere, whoever you have been working with to produce your long-term stability, to bring your harvest to harvest to fruition. It feels to me like the Wheel of Fortune is changing it up and saying, well, you know what, actually, you're better off going on your own, okay? You're better off, you've got the resource that you need to do, okay? If it's a situation where someone is exposed because of the eclipse, exposed as not having the highest morals in a situation, okay, that's affecting the money, the long-term security, then again, it's going to be that situation of Wheel of Fortune comes in and says, now you've got options. I'm giving you options because I'm giving you a gift here. Your options brings about communication which can set forth a brand new direction for you. And that's a result of this fulfillment that's coming up here for you. Okay, so I'm going to get a Moonology card. What does group number 1 need to know, please? Thank you. A new start is coming. Okay, well, we did have the Fool, and we did have that 9 of Pentacles as well. So a new start is coming, and I feel like it is going to be well, it's absolutely in your favor, but it's something where it is empowering you to look after you. And I feel like perhaps where you have been trying to compromise with someone else that you haven't been feeling quite clear about, that's all switching up with this Wheel of Fortune. A brand new start is coming, and it's a jump forward. It's a jump forward, and it might feel a little bit shaky. It might feel a little bit, oh my God, I don't know if I can manage this, but you can manage it. Okay, it's in your favor. It's spirit is guiding it here for you. So that fulfillment is, especially when we take the harvest in, what must happen? We must now then go back to the fields and sow again, okay, for the next season. All right, so we've got this grand fulfillment, this grand balancing of energies, and now you're in a better position because it's done in the right manner, in the correct justified manner, for you to be able to now step up and begin again, but you're on a stronger platform. Right, can you please get, thank you. Okay, Priestess. Right, so your oracle card here is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, so this could, again, because we've got all these pentacles here, which talks about the physical plane. It talks about money, finance, it talks about property, all of those sorts of things. How are you being stepped up to lead? Well, if you are having a brand new beginning, and you are walking away from an element of deception surrounding your prosperity and your path, you are now in a position to take the lead. How are you being called to step up and lead? If you were in a position where you are now a boss figure, a figure of authority, it's about leading by example, okay? Not always telling everyone else what to do and not doing anything. It's about leading by example. The Priestess has gone through a lot of spiritual challenges and ascension, okay, to the degree where they understand what it's like to be the small the bottom, at the bottom of the food chain, basically, if we put it that way. Okay, so the Priestess has gone through all those levels. So when the Priestess is in a position of authority, they know what it feels like on every scale. So they're able to make very informed decisions by empowering other people, knowing that they've been through the same thing. Okay, they know what it feels like. So when they're in a position of a new start and a new way and a new direction, they are able to lead by example, taking all those lessons that they've learned into account. Okay, all right, we'll finish this reading with a little charm. Okay, I've just got a few little charms here. I'm closing my eyes, you'll just have to trust me. Okay, for group number 1, can we get a little charm? Okay, we've got a little lock. Okay, so when you have a lock, a little padlock over here, it means that you're going to find the key to open that, and that's your new beginning, that's your new start. All right, so I hope that resonated with you, group number 1. If it did, please like, subscribe, comment and share. I do offer personal readings. Information's in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Good luck with the full the eclipse. I think it's going to be serving you rather well. Take care. Bye. Okay. Group number 2. Those who chose this very light, translucent, orangey pebble. Let's see what the eclipse has in store for you. What does group number 2 need to know? How is the eclipse going to be affecting group number 2? Thank you. Standstill. Okay, so this pelican, no, not pelican, a stork is in the swamps. Okay, we've got lots of kind of weeping willows around it. when this card comes up, it basically says that things are happening beneath the surface, which you can't see. It's murky. You can't see it. Also, because of all the water, it can be quite emotional, okay? Things are happening at a deeper level, and you feel like you are at a stagnant point, okay? That's how you feel, but things are happening behind the scenes. All right, so what else do we have? And the lighting coming through here is like a late afternoon, and we think about that time of day. The day is coming to an end, so the cycle is near coming to an end, where you have been feeling very stagnant. You feel like nothing's happening, nothing's moving forward, and you feel stuck. It's because the things, the micro biotics, all those little organisms in the swamp are actually very plentiful. They're rejuvenating. They're working at almost like a quantum level. Okay, it's happening. You just don't see it. Okay, so you've been feeling pretty stuck at the moment, but things are happening beneath the surface, behind the scenes. So let's see how that is playing out for you. Thank you. Ooh, 3. Okay, 3 major arcanas. Group number 3. We have Hermit. Yes, yes, yes. You see, when things get stagnant, sometimes it just stops us in our tracks, and we just need to have a bit of introspection about the situation. Hangman, again, another hanging phase, another sort of stagnant. This isn't a stagnant energy. This is like a slow energy. The Hangman deliberately chooses to stop what they're doing and suspend himself upside down so he can see the situation from a different angle in order to make a best informed decision. So we've got 3 cards here, so much into how can I, while things feel stuck and motionless, I don't feel like I'm moving anywhere. Okay, then you just stop in that for a moment, do some introspection, try and see it from different angles, because you can't move forward because nothing in your outer sphere is moving forward. And actually what it's doing is it's forcing you in a gentle, spiritual, lovely way to just slow down. Okay, well, if things feel stagnant, why? Why do I feel stuck? Let me go back to the situation. Let me see it from all angles. And then we've got the Hierophant here. Okay, the Hierophant talks about higher learning, morals, regulations, doing things the right way. Okay, let's see how this plays out for you. So you definitely have been feeling, group number 2, in a sense of stagnation, and where you feel like that is negative, or some of you might be feeling, you know, you've had enough of that, the slog, you know, it is actually a very powerful space to be in. It is serving you well. Okay, the Hermit. Why is the Hermit here, please, for group number 2? Why is the Hermit here, please, for group number 2? Thank you. King of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. Okay. Right, I feel like I know what this energy is, but I want to do the rest of the reading, so I know I'm not going off here, because I feel like there's a bit of a theme coming through. Hangman, please. Why is a Hangman here? Thank you. 9 of Cups. Thank you. 6 of Pentacles. Thank you. Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands. I'll explain all of these in a minute. I just need to see the story that plays out here. Hierophant, please. Why is a Hierophant here, please? Thank you. We have the Hermit again. 5 of Cups. Anything else, please, for the Hierophant? Oh, that's a lot, but we'll take them. We have the Devil, Knight of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 3 of Wands. Right, okay, so this is a bit of a heavier reading compared to the first. and I need to try and be as general as I can. Okay, so group number 2, you have definitely been feeling that stagnation. Okay, you're in that hermit phase at the moment, of that introspection. With regards to, it feels like you've been trying to work, if this feels very relationship orientated. Okay, so it feels like it's affecting you more in the sort of heart space. It feels like there's been a stagnation with regards to a relationship that you are in, or that's coming back. It's like, because the 6 of Cups is a return from the past, it could also mean children as well. So that hermit phase is like you've been trying to look at how you can try and fix things. Okay, try and fix things from the past with either an ex coming back into your sphere, okay, as a blast from the past, or perhaps it's a case of your current situation, but there's also children involved. And it's about trying to look at, because we've got the King of Cups here, which is a beautiful energy really, but it's about kind of really feeling that the emotions, learning from the emotions. You see, the King of Cups has mastered his emotions, but he has a sort of overview. He understands it, and that's where you have been maybe feeling a little bit stuck or stagnant. Okay, the Hanging Man over here with the 9 of Cups, which is about celebration. 6 of Pentacles is a helping hand, a gift. Queen of Swords is all about that truth bearer, being blunt, being honest. And then the Knight of Wands is that go, go, go energy forward. So while you've been in your head or in your emotional body or even in your spiritual body trying to understand the situation with regards to your relationship, or the relation, if you're in a current relationship, the relationship and how it has been up until now, the past situation, the point that you are now, and can you fix it? Or there's a return coming in and you're trying to sort of see whether you can, like a return from it as an ex, and you're trying to see whether it can be whether you can come again together or not. And with that Hangman, you're starting to try and see the possibility, trying to see the positive light of it. Okay, well, maybe you, if it was an ex situation returning back into your life, maybe you feel like it's room for celebration, and now they are, paying lots of compliments, they're giving you gifts, all that sort of stuff. But this Queen of Swords here is about trying to be true to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. Okay, so you don't necessarily want to go back onto old habits. And then this drive forward, this exciting drive forward. So it feels like this, where you've been stagnant about not knowing what to do within a sort of a type of relationship. I feel like it is a relationship. And I'm not talking necessarily like, your parents or anything. I'm feeling like a past situation returning that affects you in the heart space. But you're trying to look at it from all angles. You're trying to work at it, and it's not seem like it's happening. Okay, so, and you're trying to look at, okay, but what is it? What is my happiness? And it's almost like you get, as you put yourself in this Hangman situation to view it from a different point of view, that's where you try and figure out, what is it that makes me happy? And there is room for celebration. Now, there is celebration here, but with that, and with that gift, that helping hand with the 6 of Pentacles coming in, so this could even be a bit of a unforeseen money coming your way. It's putting you in your power with the Queen of Swords to really kind of ascertain, okay, well, what is my truth? How can I be true to myself? Am I just flogging a dead horse? Or is this past return that's coming into me, is that actually good for me anymore? Okay, and then you charge forward with this very enigmatic, enthusiastic energy. The Knight of Wands is action orientated, can be also to do with work, but it's anything where you feel passionately motivated, and that's what you're really kind of figuring out. We move on to the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant is all about doing things the right way, that higher understanding, okay, the way it should, the corrections within yourself, your morals, that sort of stuff. And then we've got the Hermit again. So again, you're sort of going, okay, well, what is my truth? I feel a bit more empowered now because I'm not sure I can deal with this past energy anymore. I feel like it's over, but I don't know what to do. So you first ascertain what is your truth, what is your happiness, what do you need, how can you be true to yourself and stand in your own power in the right way. And it feels like, because we've got the Hermit here, that introspection again, followed by the Five of Cups and this Devil energy, it's almost like this, the Five of Cups is about, it's quite emotional, okay? It's almost a type of grieving over the past, because we've got the Five Cups, the three in the front, which represents the past, have tipped over. They haven't gone according to plan. But because the figure in here is so concerned with the past, again, we've got this past card here, he cannot see the two cards behind him, which represents the future, that are upright and full, okay? So he is at the state here of grieving the past attachments. Now the Devil represents attachments, things that are basically any energy that's brought to an extreme can become a type of devil energy. So when we have things going well for us, if we take too much, it can represent greed. It can also represent negative feelings, but also this feeling of being a bit trapped. And so there has been that it's quite emotional, but it could also be like going over in your head too much, or even in your heart space too much, about where things didn't go according to plan. So perhaps if you were working at a past situation that was a return, like an X situation, and you're now coming close to your truth, you know, which is all happening at a very deep level that you can't see because it's in the swamp there, and you feel like you've been in a swamp. You are moving through, with this Hermit energy, with this introspection, you're moving through the past regret and the attachments, okay? And as you do so, it's slow, okay? So you're methodically kind of trying to do some cleansing, some journaling, some understanding, some deep introspection. And it's slow and steady, but you will get there. And as a result of that, the Tower comes, a big change up to what you've been slogging through up until now, the swamp, the stagnation that you've been in. Spirit is coming in and shaking it up completely for you, okay? It's forcing you outside the situation. And then you move in this space of waiting for your ship to come in. You're now ready to take the next step, okay? The Three of Wands, two are firmly in the ground. You know what your truth is now. You know what you would celebrate within yourself, because you've taken the time, the needed time, to ascertain what that is for you. And then you're now ready to move to the next level. But because he's not taken that step yet, you're still in that space of like, well, the Tower pushed you to that precipice of, I now need to release that from the past. I need to release it because it's an old energy. It's bringing up negative elements of feeling bound and chained, and now I need to move forward, okay? And that's when the shift of the plates, that's when the crumbling tower comes, because the tower that you built on previously, which you thought was sound and found good solid ground, it while it might have been in the past, it no longer works anymore. So it's crumbling down for you to have this new start, okay? So it's going to be quite a shake up for you, group number 2, this eclipse. It's going to be a lot of spiritual growth as a result from this, okay? And while you feel things have been stagnant and not moving forward, it's because all of this inner knowing and inner learning and inner searching has been providing you for, you know? You're coming to that point of that Queen of Swords. You're coming to that empowered, You've got to be true to you. You've got to be true to you. What does group number 2 need to know, please, for their highest good? Oh, I have to see if I can grab that. Okay, we have balanced spirituality and practicality, and you're good enough, full moon in Virgo. Okay, so when I was talking about the spiritual practices, you've got to figure out what works for you. You've got to be true to yourself. What would you celebrate in life? Okay, you do have this wonderful gift coming towards you, and it could be money, but it could also just be resources, a helping hand that you didn't foresee, and that's going to give you the drive forward. Okay, but as you drive forward, now you've got to really release this tower, this negative energy, this feeling bound and imprisoned. Okay, and the only way you can do that is by looking at why you keep going over the past. You keep going over the past, okay? It's not serving you anymore. You need to move on from the past. You've reflected, you've done your spiritual practice. How is it affecting you practically, okay? Don't go too much one way or too much the other way. Keep your balance, okay? And remember that you're good enough. Anything that didn't work for you in the past is redirection to a better future, okay? Right, let us get a oracle card for you, group number 2. It's group number 2. Oh, nice. Okay, we have Pleiades. So, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Right. So this is probably the only sort of star seed card in this particular deck, even though this particular deck has a sister deck, which is a star seed deck. This is talking about that double mission where you, in a way, have to go through all of this because part of your soul journey on this lifetime is to help uplift other people. Now, you cannot uplift and be a light worker for other people or even a star seed. Okay, so this is the Pleiades energy coming through that's helping to serve you. You cannot help anyone else unless you've been through this energy yourself. You've got to understand at the fullest, deepest, darkest level to be able to be of service to other people. Excuse me. Oh, that was strange. So it could be also that you are a channeler, or you're looking into that, okay? It could be that, but ultimately what it is that you have a deeper knowing that actually part of your makeup is to help and serve other people. Now, often is the case of people who are very giving and loving and sensitive. They often attract those who like to want. So if you overgive, and there's an imbalance there because you're overgiving and not giving enough to yourself, you tend to attract people who overtake so that they're still balanced, right? But who don't give that much. So you've got to learn to give more to yourself to find your own inner balance, and therefore attract a person who's got that balance within themselves as well. So the equal harmony, 666, of give and take, give and take, give and take. Okay, that's a sort of a spiritual lesson that you are going through at the moment as you find your truth and what works well for you. Okay, so you've got to recognize that you're good enough, that you are able to receive this gift coming through. And sometimes you need a gift to remind yourself, oh, I'm allowed to receive. Okay, you are going through all of this at a higher journey, a higher level, because you are, whether you do something on a very big scale or just with your close family and friends, part of your journey is to help assist and guide people and shed the light on finding their own inner balance and truth. Okay, balance is a big thing here. Balance. The only way you can do that is by going through it to the depths yourself, okay, and seeing all the shifts that it brings up. So I feel like it's going to be really shaky for you, group number 2, but it's all because you are going to be moving in the direction of serving others as you and I don't mean that if you're not into like, oh, I'm not a healer, I'm not, you know, it doesn't matter. You, even through advice, okay, even through just knowing, just your energies, you know, your softer, compassionate energy will be just stronger as a result of all of this. Okay, can we get a little charm for group number 2, please? I'm closing my eyes. Oh, we got a little tortoise. Okay. So things are taking its time. The slow and steady wins a race, okay, which is the same as this card over here, slow and methodical. The tortoise has its shell, okay, and can obviously, but the shell is his home, so he can travel anywhere and be safe within itself. With regards to this is more all these emotional things that are happening, the stagnation that which is going to be shifted up, and the eclipse is going to jump you forward to your destiny and shake it all up. Your home is within you. Just as the tortoise has the shell on its back, anywhere he goes, he's got his home. Your shell, if you are the tortoise, is your inner balance. Okay, if you're in your shell and if you have your inner balance, you can weather any storm. All right. The tortoise is also very slow. So, but the tortoise did win the race between the tortoise and the hare, right? So even though you're slow and even though things don't feel like they're moving quickly because of that stagnation, you still have the security of your inner well-being. You still have your higher being, your higher deeper self that is guiding the way. And yes, it is slow, but you're fine. You're good enough. You can weather anything with that hard shell. Okay, so that's all I have for you, group number 2. I really hope it resonated. Good luck for the shifts and the shakinesses that are coming. You are definitely on the right path. So I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. Okay, so group number 3, those who chose the blue pebble. Let's see what reading we have for you. How is the eclipse going to be affecting group number 3, please? How's the eclipse going to be affecting group number 3, please? Number blue, with the highest good, please. Oh, wait. Let's do that again. That's a bit too shaky for my liking. Things just feel so messy at the moment for me. It's bizarre. Right. Thank you. Group number 3. Wisdom. I knew this would be a spiritual reading. Right. Wisdom. Delving deep into the underground water, okay? The water represents our emotional body, okay? And you're delving in deep with wisdom. So wisdom is coming your way. And when you do reach the bottoms, and we obviously it's depicted as a mermaid here, but you're able to see the grounding forces of where you are now. So you're having that higher wisdom. I said I knew it would be spiritual because the previous ones weren't really kind of like super, they had spiritual aspects attached to it, but this for you seems very kind of more spiritual. The first one was, anyway. Major Arcana, let's see. How is this eclipse affecting group number 3? And I'm also reminded that blue, it can also represent that turquoise, that throat chakra of expression. But also, if we go to a darker blue, that indigo, that third eye chakra of insight. Let's see. Okay. How's the eclipse, thank you, going to be affecting group number 1? Patience. Okay. What else, please, for group number 3? Thank you. Transformation. All right, this would be like the death card. But transformation is all about moving from one to another. A complete transformation. It's not just change. It's a evolvement. Anything else, please, for group number 3? Thank you. Oh, yes. And the High Priestess. Okay. The High Priestess is that which is suspended between the spirit realm and the physical realm. That intuition, that insight, secrets being revealed, that sense of real deep intuition being heightened. Knew this would be spiritual. Right. Patience. Why is patience here, please, for group number 3? Why is patience here for group number 3, please? For their highest good, please. Why is patience here, please? Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords. Okay, let me get all the cards out so I see what's going on here. Transformation. What is transforming for group number 3, please? Thank you. 8 of Cups. I'll explain them all when I see them all. We have 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles and the Temperance. So, your group number 3. It's all happening for you, that's for sure. Okay. High Priestess, please. Why is a High Priestess here, please? Death again, which is that transformation card. Okay, thank you. We have the Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. I beg your pardon, Knight of Wands was there. 8 of Wands. The Chariot. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Group number 3. Group number 3. Change is afoot, absolutely. You've been taking some time, or the time up until now, you have been charging forward, and it feels like, I mean, because we've got a lot of kind of wands here, which is all about that motivation, that solar plexus, that drive forward to make things happen. So it could be work related, but I feel like the work, that the passion, that drive forward is actually your spiritual ascension, that spiritual journey that you're on. It feels very spiritual. Now, obviously, it affects us in the physical world because that's where we live, but it's been taking you quite a bit of time to do the practices, to do things the right way, to really try and work with your energies and motions forward, okay? But you're coming to a place with this eclipse of becoming the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords energy is that which has gone through just about everything you possibly can imagine, and no longer needs emotions to sway her. She's interested in the facts and the figures, okay? And she is very upfront, honest, sometimes even blunt, okay? But she stands within her truth. She is out of all the queens, she's like the truest to herself, and she doesn't need to speak in roundabout ways. She doesn't have a hidden agenda. It is what it is, what it is. And she knows her mind, she knows her thoughts, and she knows how to communicate. I feel like that's what you've been working on spiritually, okay, and it's taking you a bit of time. And as a result of all that, with this eclipse energy, we have this great transformation happening here, with this grand transformation. We've got 2 departure cards here, 8 of Cups, walking away from something that no longer serves you emotionally, even though you've put a lot of energy into it. And we've got the 6 of Swords, which is moving on to calmer waters, okay, taking the lessons that you learned with yourself. Look at that full moon there, that super moon there, which is that eclipse is coming up. We have the same thing there, okay? That culmination, that release, that exit, that departure. Both of them are types of traveling cards, Okay, so basically you're moving away from something that you have been putting a lot of energy and effort into, okay, but you're moving towards your own 10 of cups, and your own 10 of cups is your own happiness. 10 of cups represents, usually represent the family home, the family unit, things that make you feel happy, but ultimately what you're doing is you are, it could even mean that you are moving away from home, okay, but what you're moving towards is your own happiness, okay. So this could work both ways. You could be moving away from home to seek your own inner temple, I feel, okay. Five of Swords, there's been it may mean that there is a situation where you, how can I put this? It could be that there's just been a lot of it's not backstabbing, but it's like tit for tat energy surrounding you, and that is why you need to walk away, okay. It's the kind of winning the battle, losing the war type of energy, okay, and that's what you're walking away from, as long as you make sure that in this huge transformation that you are embarking on, that you try and do it with grace, okay. Six of Swords, things are going to churn out karma. So where the water's been turbulent up until now, okay, waters represent our emotional bodies, swords represent the intellect, okay. You're moving forward, and it's slow and methodical, but this is the right path for you, because it's slow and steady wins a race. The Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable action-orientated card in the deck, meaning that if you do it slowly and carefully and methodically, you have guaranteed success. We've got Temperance again, which is the same card as this, which is that Patience card, meaning that the Temperance is that cross between divine timing, okay, and healing. Tempering it down, making sure you have the balance. She balances the emotional body with the spirit, the sense of spirit there. She has that balance, and the balance is absolutely crucial for you to move forward. And by making sure that you're keeping the emotional body in check with this drive forward in check, and nothing goes too much one way or too much the other way, that's where the wisdom comes in, and you can move more solidly forward. I see a departure here because I've also got the Chariot card here, and the Eight of Wands, which is also this could be air travel, but this is also a travel card. So I see a huge transformation. Now this obviously could just be a metaphoric travel, you know, shifting from one to another, because it is under the transformation card. But I think for most of you, there looks like there is physical movement from one place to another. We got the High Priestess here as well. So in your intuition, okay, there's a huge shift that's happening as you make this move, okay, this metaphoric move. You are then moving into this element of power where you are now engaging, where you initially engaged your truth within yourself and the kind of, forgive my French, but no bullshit attitude. It is what it is, what it is, and this is how I am, and this is how you are, and I need to be true to myself, okay, without being emotionally charged, okay, just black and white there, right? As you take this shift and this moving forward, all of a sudden you are energized with this power and this entrepreneurship almost of moving forward and creating your own happiness. And I feel it could be very much work related. So it could even be that you are moving for work if this is playing out in a physical way. But I see this overall as quite a huge spiritual movement, jump forward, okay? We got the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. Both of them are travel cards. One could be air travel, one could be vehicle travel, and of course we got boat travel here, as well as moving away. So there's definitely a movement, definitely a movement. Okay, it might be that things are a little bit up in the air at the moment, but it's going to happen really, really fast. Okay, Chariot represents triumph, victory, charging forward, knowing your shadow self and your light self, and knowing and understanding it and moving forward. And that's where the wisdom is coming for you. Okay, that's when the understanding is coming for you, because you've gone to those depths, you understand who you are. Okay, and you're ready to let go now. Even though it served you well in the past, that full moon is now saying, enough, enough, release, release, and move on. Culmination. I've learned the lessons I need to learn. Now I'm ready to take the next step. Okay, and it's happening. It's happening. You're making it happen as well, which is beautiful. As you charge forward, again, the duality, we've got the two elements here, the two horses, okay, and then we've got the two of pentacles. This is about balance. This is about also maybe taking on, not taking on anything more, because what you've got is already happening. But this card can be read in many, many ways. And because with the surrounding cards and this lovely little rainbow over here, I feel like you have that balance of the emotional body and that passion, that energy, that drive forward. Now the wands representing fire, the fire is like that spirit. You know, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You are going to start to, your intuition, your maybe even psychic abilities are going to be a little bit more on form, okay? And you are going to be jumped forward. This is pretty like full on. This is full on, guys. You're moving. Basically, you're moving to find your happiness, okay? And in finding your happiness in the best way possible with the wisdom that you've encountered up until now, it's about balance. So while we've got a little bit of, while it might feel a little bit stop, push, pull, like suddenly go and then stop for a little bit, and suddenly go and then stop for a little bit, you are getting through it and you are moving to your own sense of equilibrium and balance. Let's get a Moonology card for you. Okay. Oh, I was the wrong way around. Okay, what does group, thank you, group number 3 need to know? Let's see. A new start is coming. There you go. So for you, you've got 2 major arcanas that have come up twice. We have Transformation and Death, which are the same card that's come up. So it's absolutely happening. You have a huge, big change, shift, transformation coming your way. Okay? You also have Patience and Temperance, which again are the same cards. About healing, about temperance, about patience, about flow and balance and divine timing. All of this is happening at the time of the eclipse for you. Okay, and it's happening at the right time, because you're there, because you're understanding at a deeper level who you are, where you want to go, and the things that are affecting you in your life. And I feel like you do, it seems like you do some element of sort of spiritual practice here, because you kind of, you know, you're balancing and you're kind of moving forward. That new start is absolutely coming. So with the eclipse, be warned, it's going to be, I mean, I don't see any sort of heavy energy here at all. It also seems really, really positive. But it's going to be a very new space for you. Everything's going to be new and slow and fast, slow and fast, slow and fast. But lots of decisions needing to be made really, really quickly. But I feel like you're going to have the energy and the understanding and the wisdom to really just kind of work with it and go, yes, 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 yes. Let us get an oracle card for you. This is very exciting. I wouldn't mind this reading. Basically, things are coming into balance, okay? You have to have this huge, big shift because you're following your 10 of Cups, your ultimate fulfillment and happiness. You're taking charge and responsibility for what your happiness means to you. And as you do so, and as you do move through those energies of balance, you're becoming more in tune with your new sense of self and the situations around you. I know this isn't very specific, it's a general reading, but because this is quite spiritual, this is the spiritual journey compared to the other 2 readings. Okay, and I feel like I'm talking really, really fast because it's like, there's like that fire energy there, which is quite strong, which is exciting. Okay, oracle card. Thank you. Oh, we got 2 for you. Let's see. First one out. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Okay. So with the mirroring card over here, okay, that is because that is what is pushing you to now walk away. You're like, you know what, I see what the triggers are. I see why you are starting to understand where the areas in life or the conversations that you have with other people where you are reacting as opposed to listening and understanding. You're now seeing it as a reaction. You're seeing yourself at a higher level, understanding that, oh wow, I have this effect on other people and these other people have the same effect on me. That's the sort of mirroring aspect, and that's what you're walking away from. That is a transformation that is happening. But in order to do that, you need to be true to yourself about it. Okay, where is there a situation where there's kind of like a repeat cycle, a vicious cycle, and you're getting nowhere fast, you know? And that's where you come into that balance, and that's the patience has enabled you to do that. Okay, and as you do that, your vibrations rise. Okay, because you understand at a higher level, at a deeper level, what is mirroring you, how you are reacting. You're seeing yourself, how you're observing yourself at that higher level, and as you do so, you're now standing in your truth, and you're now making the change. You're like, no, I'm going to follow my happiness because I know that this no longer makes me happy. I'm moving on to calmer waters with that understanding, with that higher awareness and consciousness of myself. Even though it's going to take me a while, and even though I can't, I have to keep in check where my balance lies. And as you do so, your vibration is rising. And when your vibrations rise to that higher level, and you're in that victory state, and you are in that intuitive state, and you are in that empowered state of knowing that you can achieve anything, your vibrations automatically will bleed and spread to those around you. And that's when you are the oracle. That's when you are that point of contact, that guide for other people. All right, it's really, really, really positive. So all of this motion, movement forward, this grand move that you will be experiencing on the eclipse, it is putting you in a really strong place. Really lovely. Okay, let's grab a little charm for you to see what else we can get. Okay, we have, oh, look at that. Yes, we've got a palm tree. Okay, so you are definitely moving onto those calmer waters. Okay, you are definitely finding your own happiness. Palm trees represent that sort of, yes, it can be like a holiday vibe, but it's finding your own heaven. It's finding your own bliss, and that's where you're moving towards. And yes, you actually have to move there to get there, but you're getting there. So that's all I have for you, group number 3. I really hope that it resonated. It's very exciting. I'm very excited for you. It's going to be full on, but all in a really, really positive way. I'm doing personal readings if you're interested. Information is in the description box. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.